haircut, Roddy. Roddy, good haircut.
You want some batting tips? Just don't look over here.
Just listen to you, like. No, that body.
For the moment, he's fine. But you need to cover the ground, all right?
Welcome back, folks, for the start of this match between Pembroke 5 and North Kildare 5. Kicking off at Sydney Parade. Pembroke 5 bowling first. Batters walking in. The game's as big as the Champions League final, which kicks off at the same time. Prize money at stake is as big. Nile promises to deliver. And we have neutral umpires today.
Oh. We have a live scoring attempt.
And we hear from Nile that we have a live scoring attempt, which we shall be following soon enough. It seems like Jituram Ganivada taking the new ball for Pembroke 5. North Kildare 5 has M. Nambi Narayan and S. Gade as their opening pair. T20 game today, the sun's shining through the clouds. It's dried out the outfield after that wet spell earlier in the afternoon. Pembroke here taking a bit of time to get their field positions exactly right.
That's 6, all right.
One boundary rider out along the fence in the form of Aryan, who's expected to cover a lot of territory there, and one sweeper cover on the offside. Batter takes strike. First ball. And here we go. Good start there. Little too straight. Batter tries to defend. Dot ball. And umpire having a little chat with the bowler, probably about running through his line of vision. Jitu Ram in good rhythm so far, starting right arm round to the lefty. Bit down leg again, tucked around the corner, and that's North Kildare off the mark. Kare now on strike, left-right combination to open up for North Kildare 5. No slip in. Bowler switches back to over the wicket. Driven firmly, was close to Jeet, the captain there, at short mid-wicket. Good bit of work in the outfield. Keeps it down to 1. Both batters off the mark now for North Kildare 5. A bit aerial that. Could have been a chance. Or probably a half chance. Down leg, tucked around the corner again. Aryan does the sweeping up. Gets a good throw right back in. North Kildare 5, 3 for no loss so far. Turning strike around well. And maybe wanted to try that bouncer. Ball seems stuck in his hand. Pitches it nearly at his own bowling crease. Gets through on 2, 3 bounces. Big swipe there. You don't mind seeing that in a T20. Slightly on the shorter side. Batter tries that gentle nudge to third man. Doesn't make contact. Dot ball. And the live scorings gone ahead of what the actual score is. Dot ball counted as 3 there.
See how long it takes them to figure it out.
I'm sure they'll catch up soon enough. Meanwhile, for folks tuned in to the Pembroke 5 game, 0-0 in PSG Arsenal 2 minutes in. And Tanish, who's playing his first game of the season, takes a new ball from the St. John's end. Similar looking fields. Sweeper cover, deep mid wicket out. Bowling to the lefty, going right arm round. Pembroke's already pushed their mid-off fielder further back. Karthik Santoji here would be hoping to be in the action, potentially some catching opportunities. Tanish. Goes for an expansive drive. Looked great as a lefty. The only bit that mattered though, no contact, dot ball. Good line to start with from Tanish. Right on the stumps. Has to keep that out. Batter gives the pitch and the ball a close, hard look. Little short, tries pulling that, goes on the bounce to the short mid wicket fielder. Aditya Annadata thought he was in business there, just wasn't close enough. Not even a half chance that. 3 dots here. In a T20, we notice that it puts on a lot of pressure on the batters. Tanish goes aerial, just straight to that slightly deepish mid off. Gets a single. There's the replay on 2 bounces. The fielders almost getting pushed back to the boundary, especially long on, right on the boundary. Dot ball that. And meanwhile, in the Champions League final, we see Arsenal taking the lead in the 5th minute. Will make for an interesting game, both of these, based on your preferences. Another dot. Could start this end of 2 overs. 5 for no loss for North Kildare 5. Good start for Tanish. Jituram to continue. From the nursery end.
I don't care.
Well, Niall has clearly said we can call it whatever end we want. As far as Craig's not in the comms box. Slightly short there. Good bit of work from Danish after completing that over at backward point. Keeps them down to 1.
For Craig, we've called them the sponsor A and the sponsor B end. To be named.
I like this from Pembroke. Infield moving in a bit tighter. Called wide that. Gets a good bit of bounce just outside the line. First extras on the board. Great bit of work there from Tanish. Big edge. Would have probably gone to the boundary. Makes a very sharp stop. Running through from backward point. Cutting off that wideish third man area. Definite boundary stopped. Pembroke would like that. Keeps their spirits up. Kunal cleans up. Gets a throw back in. Impressive piece of work after bowling the previous over. This time just down leg. Batter looking inquisitively towards the umpire, looking for that white sign. Nothing called. Probably would have hit him if he hadn't moved across the stumps. Very full length, squeezed out to sweep a cover. So Yash tidying up again at sweeper cover. And so far, Pembroke's been changing the field positions fairly quick. Let's see how long that stays up in the division that we're in. Called wide again. Probably trying that effort ball. Putting a little extra into it. Just losing his line a little bit. That one dipped, nearly a Yorker that snuck in under the bat. The batter just manages to get the bottom of the bat. Looks at his bat, a bit worried if it's got that crack on it. Seems all right. Good to continue. And again, nice and full, this time driven firmly. Long on does the cleaning up. Ends with a dot ball. That's 3 overs, bowled, 11 for no loss. Both teams would be reasonably happy with this start. North Kildare, no wickets lost. Pembroke, fairly tight with their bowling so far. No big boundaries conceded. M. Nambi Narayan, 5 of 10. S. Gade, 3 of 9. Kanivada at the end of 2. 10 runs conceded, no wickets taken. It's bowled well. Tanish comes back in for his second over from the St. John's end. Good start for him. Plenty of dot balls. Going right arm over to the righty. And that half flick. Fielder placed exactly for it in the form of Aryan. Doing the sweeping up, keeping it down to 1. Lefty on strike. Driven to mid-off. Santoji has a shy at the stumps. The bowler just covers the stumps. Batter would have been in safely. 2 singles of the first 2 balls there. Aerial bowler thinks about it, reaches out, just avoiding his fingertips there. Another single. Fairly tight this so far. No team running away with it just yet. Lovely bowling that. Good Yorker right in the block hole. Batter couldn't do much about it. Gives the ball the respect that it's due. And nearly beats him there. Was trying to go for the big hoik. Was in 2 minds. Yorker length again. Just misses the stumps. Tanish would consider himself unlucky there. Beaten all ends up there. And It seems like Tanish has put on a bit of pace over the off-season. He'll be hoping to continue and take a wicket soon enough. Kildare, meanwhile, will be hoping that these batters stay in. And there it is. Leg stump knockback. Pulls the length back. Big hoik by Nambi Narayan. Tanish gets a much-deserved breakthrough. 3 singles, 2 dot balls, and finally gets his reward in the form of a wicket. Just on a good length, making the batter go for that big hoik across the line. There's a replay of the previous 2 balls. Set him up with that block hole Yorker. Going right arm round, slightly wider of the crease, pitches it on the length, top of middle and leg. Would have enjoyed that. And a bit of a half celebration. Excellent start that. Tanish Gokhale, 2 overs bowled. There's another replay. Bale goes flying. Great side for any fast bowler. At the end of 4 overs, North Kildare 5, 14 for 1. The new batter in is Devarajan. And there is another angle. The stump being pegged back by Tanish. And it seems like Pembroke is making its first bowling change. Kunal from the nursery end. Bowling to the other opener, S. Gade. Jitu Ram taking Kunal's position at a fine third man and fairly deep. Very similar fields so far. Kunal Kalra running in. And a little bit of zip on that kind of gets it through him. Changes that length up. Batter tries the cut. 2 dot balls again. And that's the bit with T20 cricket. All of these dot balls add up, build pressure. Makes you want to go for the big shot. Big hoik. Gets the edge. Jitu Ram cleans up at short third man on a single bounce. Keeps it down to 1. Pembroke would love seeing that. And that's what those dot balls are doing, making them go for the big hit. Closer to the stumps. Would have been right on the top of middle. Good line that from Kunal. And this batter has a guard almost outside of leg. Coming in. Blocks it out. Dot ball yet again. And the sun now baking down. You can see the brightness increasing. Effort ball down leg, called wide. Still has a fair bit of zip. And a little bit of confusion there. A bit of yes and no between the striker and the non-striker. Decides smartly not to go for that run. Shravant has a quick shy at the stumps. Misses, but will keep the batters honest there. Yorker length, nice and full. Half an appeal. Jeeturam coming in from third man. Called leg buys. Might have been going down leg. Good shot, that probably. And there's the replay. Way down leg. Impact outside, and the guard helped there. He already has a guard way outside leg stump. The ball tailing in, hitting him outside leg, going further down. End of 5 overs, 17 for 1. Kunal closes out that over well. And it seems like we have another bowling change from the St. John's end. Saket, who performed magnificently in the last game for the Fives, I think took a wicket off his first ball of the spell. Now comes in as the first change from the St. John's end, second change overall.
Better or worse? All good.
Perfect. All good. Thanks, Niall.
Glare of the sun.
Yeah. I'll take the sun. In the air. Again, short of the fielder. Karthikeyan and Santoji cleaning up. Saket, good start yet again. Brings Gade back on strike, who's now played 14 deliveries on 6. Might want to get a move on. And he does. Goes for a big swing, misses it. Dot ball there.
You guys robbed me of so many.
Oh, that's a bit wild. Call no ball. Likely just slipped out. Kunal, after bowling that last over, doing his duties in the field, keeps them down to 1. Call no ball that. Likely just slipped out. Saket would probably want to reset there. Big swing. They go for a single. And overthrows there. Tries tossing it at the stumps. And something that you see at this level fairly often. Throw slightly off the mark. The batters decide to turn around. If he'd collected cleanly, he did a good job of going back to the stumps. Aditya there. Tanish gets it back. And again, a single after being driven to mid-on. But that previous ball was a comedy of errors. That one slightly wider, called wide. A little more bounce in that one. Batter so far used to the full length. This time pulls it back a bit more. Good bowling that. Again, the batter tries to take advantage.
Won by 3 runs. Rush. 125 for 10. Last wicket, last ball, 4 required.
6 overs done here at Sydney Parade. North Kildare 5, 24 for 1. Kunal coming in for his second over. Big hoik. Gets the edge. Valiant attempt there by Tanish. Probably slipped. Jeetu offers chase. And that's probably the first boundary of the innings. Good effort so far. And Pembroke really wouldn't mind that boundary given that it was off an edge. And bowled him. Full Yorker length. Right on off. Big swing, misses completely. And excellent bowling that by Kunal.
I tried to drop the control. That's why it suddenly changed camera.
And that's the different angles. Big swing right across the line. You miss, I hit. Lovely length from Kunal. Really close to the stumps. Yorker length, tailing in just a little bit. Off in middle, peg back. That's a second wicket down for North Kildare. And the batter probably wanted to hit that past the dot line. Missed it completely. Gade, one of the openers, is still in. Seems like our scoring is lagging again with Devarajan, who was likely dismissed. Full again. Keeps it to a dot. So edge boundary followed by a wicket so far for Kunal. Eventful over thus far. Make some room, tries to whack it into the backward point region, misses it. Dot ball yet again. And the scoreboard has been updated. It's A. Kandwal who's come in as the new batter. And this one down leg, called wide. Firmly driven right to mid-off. Batters cross through for one. Good bit of work there by Saket. And bowled him yet again. Lovely bowling that. Very similar length. Very similar line. Near replay of the previous dismissal. 2 wickets in that over. Kunal would have really enjoyed that. Extremely full. Gets the off in middle again. And at the end of 7 overs, North Kildare 5, 30 for 3. Kunal with spectacular figures so far of 8 runs conceded, 2 wickets taken at the end of 2 overs.
First one.
And that's the first one where the batter tries to hit it over long on. And that is the second wicket for Kunal Kalra. Really nice and tight to the stumps. And this one hits more of middle than off. Very similar length. Gets right under the batter's eye line there with the amount of dip that he gets. 2 wickets down there that Kunal took in the same over. Saket comes back. Up in the air. Again from the top edge. Kunal giving it a chase. And that's a second edge boundary for North Kildare. So far, not too many boundaries off the middle of the bat. Gets the top edge. Goes right between the short third and the keeper. Kunal gives a chase after bowling that great last over. Can't do much to stop it from going to the boundary. Moves North Kildare along to 34 for 3. And it seems like the non-striker is redoing his pad. That's a reason for the short break in play. And we have another Devarajan who's come up on the scoreboard, probably already dismissed, which would require updating again. Saket coming in. Full toss. And nearly takes it. On his return, tough chance. Might have wanted to just grab onto that however he could. Seems disappointed. Think he had it. Tough chance though on your follow through. Right at your body. Hits more of his forearm than his hands. And some big swings there from Khandwal. There's the replay of that full toss. And hits his arms. So Saket here, after getting, or conceding, much rather, that boundary of the top edge of the first ball, has already had an opportunity. Much better that from the batter, straight bat, punch firmly, no runs. But the dressing room would like that from North Kildare. No big ugly swings this time, straight bat, playing the line of the ball. And this time, gets under it. And straight 6. Really hung back in his crease. Managed to get under that very low full toss.
Sitting back under here, I have no idea where it is once it goes up in the air. I was just watching the fielder.
Hitting the nets.
One way, then the other. He
Yeah.
started going right.
Comfortably over long on. This time swings right through the middle. Santoji in the middle. Great bit of fielding. Gets a throw back in. Really quickly keeps them down to 1. 1 edge boundary and 1-6. Saket. Might be disappointed with that catch opportunity that he got, but has bowled well so far. And we have another protection and pad mishap with the umpires helping out. Here's the replay in the meanwhile. Really got low, managed to get it on the middle of the bat, full swing, connected, and it comfortably lands over the ropes for 6 in that last over. At the end of 8, North Kildare 5, 41 for 3, going at 5.12. Kanwal 12 of 9. Likely still needing an update on Devarajan. Kunal comes back in after that double wicket over last time round. And he's bowled him again. Top of middle. Batter tries to make room, this time on a good length. Hardly a celebration from Kunal. Excellent bowling from Kaldra. Just pegging the stumps back constantly. 3 dismissals. All 3 bowled. There's the replay. Right on the stumps. Hits the top of leg. And you look at where the batter is by the end of that ball. Nearly off the pitch. Made a little too much room by the looks of it.
Steps in. Steps out.
And that left foot is on the pitch next to the pitch that we're playing on by the end of it. Kunal with some stunning bowling so far. 3 wickets. Pembroke team seems high on energy, fairly pumped with those bold dismissals. Any fast bowler would love 3 wickets, all 3 bowled. And again, bowled another one. He's on a hat trick. Look at that from Kaldra. Batter comes in. Near replay of the previous dismissal. Such excellent bowling. Batter taking guard. Kunal close to his stumps. And hits the top of off and middle. Another double wicket over so far. And he's on a hat trick. Those figures from Kunal so far looking spectacular. 2.2 overs bowled, 8 runs conceded, 4 wickets taken.
It's not that one. This is the first.
This is the first here.
Second.
Right in the block hole. The second wicket. Again, a much fuller length in the block hole. And the next 2 on a good length, hitting the top of the stump. Dream ball for any fast bowler. One hitting the top of leg, and this is the next one.
Setting up the hat-trick ball.
And this one hitting the top of off. And here's the hat-trick ball. North Kildare 5. Suddenly, 2 new batters in. 41 for 5. Kunal on a hat-trick. High energy from Pembroke 5 in the field. North Kildare 5 feeling the pressure. Kunal runs in. And blocked. Good ball that. Batter did a good job of not trying to go cross-batted there and across the line. Kunal honing in on the stumps.
I always like to show hat-trick balls.
And there's a replay of that hat-trick ball. It would have moved in, and that's the good bit there. Straight bat coming down, step forward. And this time a little fuller. So far,
Well, he took a hat-trick. Was the last ball of the last over. He took the second one.
oh, so that would be a hat trick for Kunal,
Yeah.
based on the last 2 overs.
If we can believe the live score.
If we are to trust the live scoring, he has a hat trick already. In his second over, he ended with 1 wicket, and he started this over with 2 on the trot. So congratulations, Kunal Kaldra, for a hat trick. Not in the same over, across 2 overs, but excellent spell of bowling so far. 2 wickets followed by 3 dots. About to close out his third over. Full again. And 2 wickets and a made in that.
That's the one that got the boundary.
And that was the hat-trick ball. Staggered across 2 overs. Thank you, Niall, for calling that out. Congratulations, Kunal.
Wasn't sure.
And it seems like we have a new bowler coming in. At the end of 9 overs, 41 for 5 for North Kildare 5. Kunal so far, pick of the bowlers. 4 wickets conceded. He has 1 over to complete his fifer, hat-trick included across 2 overs. And that gives Jeet the ability to bring in a new bowler, Aryan. Left arm quick, coming on from the St. John's end. Can be quite nippy. Great start, keeping the batter honest there. Good length, little bit of movement. Aryan would have loved that start. And this one just tucked around the outfield, doing a lot. And great bit of work from the fielder there in the deep to stop the boundary. Jeeturam. Nifty bit of footwork. Could have been dangerous, but does well. Just tucked around the corner from his hips. Seems like this batter is Devarajan. No amendments to that. And bowled him. Aryan with a stunning delivery. Top of the stumps. No celebrations at all. Very nonchalant with his celebration. And Pembroke would love this, the number of bowled dismissals. They've been bowling tight lines. There's the replay. Batter tries to advance down. And the ball just goes with the arm, gets the top of off. Great bowling that by Aryan. Made sure that he kept the line right on the stumps after getting tucked around the corner. And gets well rewarded. Nearly turned the batsman inside out while he was trying to guide that towards third man. Mishra comes in to bat. North Kildare 5, 43 for 6. First over wicket would give Aryan a lot of confidence. Again, 2 new batters for North Kildare 5. More than half their team. Back in the shed. Not even 10 overs bowled. 43 for 6. Mishra and Velekar. Aryan seems quite ready to get into his next delivery. Wrapped on the pads, they quickly run across. Likely leg byes, called by the umpire. And that one's called wide. Just erring outside off, maybe trying to overcompensate. He's been doing a good job of keeping it simple so far. Just pull it on the stumps. Kunal has really set the tone with what needs to be done on today's pitch. Hurries him through, gets a bit of movement. The batter keeps it out. Dot ball. And we approach the halfway point in the innings as we approach halftime for the Champions League Final 2. North Kildare 5 here would expect a little bit of a partnership. Much better that driven slips and nearly had a chance at a run out there. That's 10 overs bowled. Halfway point of North Kildare's batting innings. And there you see probably the lack of spikes on the pitch with the division that we play. Slips through. Thankfully, no injuries involved. And good start for Aryan that in that first over. There's a replay of hitting the top of off as his first dismissal. Kunal comes back in to end his spell. Fourth over in. Curious to see how the batters will go with Kunal. Are they going to play him out or still go for those big shots? And honing in on those stumps. He's just waiting for the batter to miss. You can see the energy and the buzz on the field when Kunal's bowling. He's done a great job today. This time, just goes down leg, called wide. Well played that. Just to the right of the backward point fielder. Gets a safe single. The batter again thinking about two. Going back, the non-striker not interested one bit. Not even looking at his partner. Wants to stay on the other end. And gets the nick there. Unlucky. Gets the gap between third man and the keeper. Goes down for 4. And that's likely the third edge boundary in this innings. There's a replay. Would have been right into the hands of maybe first slip, maybe 1.5, but slip catching also questionable. The higher up divisions we go. Full again. They think about it. And gets a direct hit. Aditya Annadatta there. Batter was safely in. That'll keep them honest. Good bit of pressure. Staying in on the field. Non-striker had gone down. No slips this time around. Picks it up cleanly. Has a quick shy. But the batter safely in. Pembroke would like seeing that. Great effort by Aryan. It was in the air. That could have been the fifer. Got his hands on it. Just couldn't collect it fully. There's the replay, slightly short, up in the air, not too much power behind it. And he was still on the go, not a stable base. Good effort though. Well played that. That was a length that got the previous batters out. This batter showing how it's done. Just slicing it towards the right of backward point and takes a single. Excellent spell by Kunal there. End of his 4 overs. 4 wickets taken, 16 runs conceded. Had a chance for a 5th in his last over. Unlucky not to have a fifer. Got a hat trick though. So, well bowled, Kunal. And that gives the Pembroke captain a bit of breathing room at this point with the kind of spell that Kunal has bowled. As we see, a lot of clean bowled dismissals. Got the hang of the pitch really quickly, set the tone. 2 Yorker length deliveries to get him wickets, 2 on good length, hitting the top of the stumps. Masterclass of bowling there. Aryan comes back in from the St. John's end. Slightly down leg, called wide. A little bit of yes and no there. Thinking about the bias as it goes down the leg side. Oh, slightly aerial, short of the short cover fielder. So Yash offers chase, they're running 2. Decent throw back in. Batters make it back safely. Just tries to lift it. Excellent length that. Just tries to nudge that down. Gets the good length, gets a little bit of bounce and goes past the batter. Would have enjoyed that, Aryan. Again, nifty bit of footwork there from Pranay. North Kildare 5, 57 for 6, 11.3 overs bowled. Well driven that. And Jeet does the cleaning up there. And that is an overthrow. Little bit of a budding partnership so far for North Kildare 5. Slices that down, gets the gap between third man. And again, the feet doing more of it. Everyone taking inspiration from the Champions League today. We've seen 4 stops with the number 9 to 11 boot helping out. And that's the over bowled, and would also mean a short break in the commentary before the next innings commences. Meanwhile, we have North Kildare 5. I don't know if we have the updated scoreboard yet, at 62 for 6. Likely maybe 64 for 6 at the end of 12. And Captain Jeet Nanda coming on to bowl from the nursery end. And we shall catch you back with some commentary included coverage shortly while we take a break, but the video continues. Thanks, folks.
रुकेगा रुकेगा वेल डन जीतू वेल डन बॉय वेल डन जीतू कौन गाइस जीतू कीपर वेल डन बॉय वेल डन आर्यन एक मिनट एक मिनट एक मिनट एक मिनट तू उधर रख मैं इसके बाद देता हूं हां विकेट टू विकेट क्या इधर कोई चाहिए क्या वो साइड दो ठीक है आजा आजा आदित्य आगे थोड़ा आगे इधर 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 ऑफ साइड एम्प्टी है कोई नहीं है वो है ना वो कवर कर लेगा कोई नहीं साकेत थोड़ा आ गया Inside or outside? Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Beautiful.
चलिए विकेट पे रखेंगे.
One, two, three, four. Now pitch it. Come on, guys. Come on. Easy. Yeah, I will save it. Beautiful, Tanesh. Nice one, Tanesh. Come on, Tanesh. Right. Bowling. बहुत बढ़िया. Good keep, Saman. आगे रन.
Sorry. Easy, guys. Come on, quick.
Quick, guys. Come on. That's it, Tanesh. Beautiful. बहुत बढ़िया. Come on, Tanesh.
Ready, guys. Come on, keep it tight, guys.
Go. It will stop. Keep running. कोई नहीं. बढ़िया. Don't worry. Nice one. Okay. Don't worry. बढ़िया.
जा. इधर. आर्यन रिदम है आजा क्विक 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 कौन है Come here. See? Okay. चल विकेट निकाल चल मैं आ रहा हूँ इधर चल विकेट निकाल जल्दी क्विक वाइड नहीं देना ठीक है मैं पीछे रहता हूँ तू 38 पे Good fielding straight. Out there! बढ़िया टाइट रखेंगे go keep running second Aryan, what? Aryan, it's your field. You know where your fielders are. आगे आजा 3-4 में आजा इतना पीछे मत रह आर्यन स्टेप काउंट कर ले Well, come on guys, keep it tight, come on guys. How's that? यही रख That's the line, come on. Aryan. Come on Aryan. Well done. Aryan. Good on, Aryan. Come by, guys. Come on. Beautiful. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Relieved of my grandfatherly duty.
Come on, guys. Wicket. Update, update. Guys, wicket update. Please, wicket update. कितना ओवर गया? तो नेक्स्ट 17 आएगा या 16? बोर्ड कर इसको बोर्ड कर.
Well, thank you to the 8 devices still connected to this 5th 11 game against North Kildare. Going very well for Pembroke so far. They've reduced North Kildare 5ths to 82 for 8. And that is 16 overs gone. 4 to go in this innings. What a fabulous day it's been here in Pembroke. Good victory in the first T20 of the day. And here is the latest wicket to fall. The bowler heading after it with undue haste. But he made sure it was his and he took it. "16 overs have gone. And really, North Kildare will be hoping for another 30, 40 runs here to have something to defend. But with only 4 overs left, the question is, will they reach 100? Great to see the family. Not often that many members of the senior family are in the one place at the one time. It's like the royal family. They're not allowed to travel together. Here's Sid now. Evening, Sid. Yeah. It's on in the bar if you want to go up.
Is it not all over now? 1-0 Star, shut up shop, job done.
It's 1-0 going into the second half. Arsenal still 1-0 up in the European Champions League final. Sponsored by Ed Sports or LHK or something like that.
Niall's offering prize money for this game. The same.
Look at the wobble on the wind. How much it's drifted.
This one getting past the keeper, it will run away, and I suspect it's going to make the boundary, and it does. And that will be a much needed boundary for North Kildare, and that will take them up to 87. This young lad in the nets today, he got runs this morning. You'll have to ask him, I'm not sure.
4 overs, right.
Yes, it's been a busy day here in Sydney Parade. An expensive one for Craig. That's what happens when you put your membership card behind the bar. The only good news being that I got 5% off everything. That one gets through the fielder. It's not going to quite make it. Well, it is going to make it to the boundary. 4 more runs. Chet out in the middle. But Pembroke will be delighted. The run rate, not a bad run rate. They might get to 120. But that midfield certainly a big help. G2 straying down the leg side. The umpire pulls him up on that straight away. As a does a man is the new batsman, joining Shetty in the middle. And G2 is Your bowler from the nursery end. It's been an over of bits and pieces here. 4 byes, a couple of wides, and a 4 off the bat as well. This one clipped away, just in front of square on the leg side. They'll take a single, and 93 comes up on the board. The run rate over 5.5 and over, but slightly under the runner ball that we would consider par in a T20. That one taking a bit of a leap at the fielder on the fence and getting past him, and it's another boundary. G2 going for a few runs here.
Welcome back, folks, for the start.
Just on the brink of 3 figures now, and that 120 looking very much within reach. If this over's anything to go by, dot ball, and that will finish the over. A good way to finish. 98 for 8 then from 17. North Kildare accumulating a score now. Oh, we have a situation where G2 bowling from one end and G1 bowling from the other end. G2, well, it was an expensive over. 16 runs being added to the total. There's 3 overs have only cost 22. 22 off 18 balls, not bad from the bowler. And slight adjustment in the field, moving from gully out towards to behind point. And that is 100 up for North Kildare in the 18th over. And they get there courtesy of a wide and the bye that was run with it. 2 wides brings up the 100. Played away to the leg side, and that's another one that's going to reach the rope. And 120 very much on the cards now. Captain Jeet is having a word with his bowler. Viran, any wickets today? Dead ball signal by the umpire as waiting for players to get back to position. The bowler ever so slightly too keen to get going. Oh, for God's sake. Despite the big turnaround and big swipe at the ball, no contact made.
on, Pembroke, keep it tight. Come on, Pembroke.
It's been a good day for Pembroke thus far. The seconds were victorious in our first of this double header today. Big blow to the offside. It's cleared any fielders. And again, it's another one that's going to make the rope. And another 4 runs. And another good over for North Kildare. 8 down now. Their tail wagging vigorously. That's yours, by the way. And you can see the 2 fielders converging, but neither one able to cut off the shot to the boundary. A lovely summer's day now in Sydney Parade. There's still a bit of a breeze and the wind coming in from the west.
I keep thinking the breeze is about to bring more rain. Doesn't look like it.
There's plenty of clear sky out to the left, but there's nothing to stop a little rain cloud ducking in with those. As a big bumblebee joins us in the gazebo. Umpire shook his head immediately. He seemed convinced that that was going to go down the leg side, and so we're quite happy with his decision, and you can see why. That one going down leg, despite the appeal of the wicketkeeper wearing his white pads with pyjamas.
Further and further.
Just was going. Two overs to go then in this innings. The run rate, well, it's just 1 run over a runner ball. How Pembroke would love to keep them under 120, just from a psychological point of view, I suspect.
Oh, just see that move? Not the camera. Straight.
Yep.
It just moved it a lot.
The full-blooded shot finds the rope again, and you're wondering why are these batsmen batting this far down the order when they're the ones who are compiling a total that North Kildare will feel they have a chance with. Nice shot. Once again, the net's in full use here at Pembroke, even during the game. And Gito in from the nursery end. Pressure on him now. Boundary off the first ball. Gets away with the dot ball for the second. Yes, the breeze has picked up. And my thanks go to Sid and Charlie, who have done their stints of commentary today. Thanks very much for coming down. We also saw James down here earlier, but James, of course, was getting ready to go out to Swords and perform heroically for the 6th 11. And also, I must mention Graham, who's out in the hills with the women. They're playing a double header today out there, 2 T20s in a row. Big swing of the bat, not making contact.
Women are doing better in the seconds than the first.
Oh, the first was a bit ugly, was it?
Second.
They have the Hills 65 for 7 in the second game. I take it the first game was lost then, was it? Big swipe of the bat. It's well fielded by the skipper himself. If you want a skipper to lead by example, well, Jeet is certainly doing that. Throwing himself around like a man half his age.
I'm just waiting for it to turn far enough we can't even see the pitch.
I had the second TV on this channel in the bar.
I saw.
And that one has been put down by the keeper. G2, unfortunate, but not a bad over, just the 6 runs from it. So with 1 over to go, North Kildare find themselves on 115 for 8. The first, of course, had an absolutely fabulous win against Railway Union last night. Wasn't expecting that, that's for sure. It was going to be an easy victory, and then they nearly did their best to throw it away before finally creeping home and getting there in the last over, thanks to Dan the hero, Dan Murray, hitting a most beautiful 6 down towards the car park with 2 balls left to go to see Pembroke across the finish line. Many thanks to those of you who have joined us this evening for this. I know there are competing attractions, and some may have more than one device on at the moment between the Champions League final. He's run out. The throw in from the fielder was enough to remove 1 bail, and that means now that North Kildare 9 down with still 5 balls to go in this innings. Good bit of fielding to collect that 9th wicket. Just sort of pushed into the leg side. He ran a very long way, and then, yes, enough just to take that bail. 9 down. 1 all in the Champions League final now. PSG have equalised. We will now have probably 20 minutes of both teams unwilling to attack in case they concede a goal, and we'll be going to extra time and probably penalties. That's the way these things go. Number 11 has come in wearing a white jumper. I don't blame him for wearing a jumper, but surely it should be a blue one.
Pink ball. Pink ball. I don't care. You could easily turn it up on a day like today going, I won't need a jumper. Oh.
Yeah. That's well dug out by the batsman. Exactly what Pembroke need. Big swing of the bat. This is the run out. It was nicely collected, made certain of it, through and hit 1 stump. That's all you need to hit. Big swing by the batsman, keeping the bowler interested. Just 2 balls then remain in this innings. As I say, that 120 mark. Psychologically, who will carry the momentum into the second innings? And there it is. There will be no more. The 10th wicket has fallen. Big swing of the bat, missed the ball. It crashed into the stumps, and with 3 balls remaining in the innings, North Kildare all out for 115. And Pembroke will be happy enough with that. So, as Niall shows you the replays, the commentator will take another break. It's been a day of breaks for me, but all gratefully received. So thank you for joining us. Join us again for the second innings, which will begin in about 10 minutes' time. But for now, thank you.
And welcome back to the batting innings for Pembroke 5 versus North Kildare 5. Pembroke need 118 of their 20 overs. We have their regular opening partnership of Suyash Tiwari and Pranay Srivastav.
One of their time, Dave. Take the big one.
Opening the batting for them. And a little bit of a chat with the umpires, the keepers involved here. There seems to be a wait on for a jacket, some gear.
It's another player. Maybe it's 2020.
Oh, someone without a jersey, now getting the blues on.
There I was calling for find out.
And we had calls for timeout from Niall, who's keen to head back. And we're bringing Craig back in. Welcome, Craig.
Thank you very much, Sid. I see you have the Champions League final on as well. Still 1-0.
1-0.
1-1-0. PSG equalised.
Yep. Doubt I have it in me to watch it in a public setting. So this is better.
Yeah. And on the cricket pitch, we now know that Pembroke need 118 from 20 overs. And that will be just under a run a ball. So we'll see how they go. Tiwari and Srivastrava, the batsman for Pembroke, and Canwell will open the bowling for North Kildare as they attempt to defend 118.
And a little bit of resistance from the lower order for North Kildare to stretch that score.
And as you say, it stretched that score and almost got them to a position whereby it's a score they think they can defend.
Yeah.
It's almost a par score.
At one point, they look set to hit 140, 7 and over, but decent comeback.
Well, it was taking wickets that made the difference. They will start with a no ball, and they get through for a single as well. What a good start for Pembroke. 2 off the first, well, 2 before the first ball. It's now 116 from 20 overs. Not an ideal start from North Kildare, but no doubt that will get better. A good evening here this evening. It is a bit breezy, but plenty of blue skies around. Another full toss, another no ball, and another single. Is that just deja vu? I feel like I've seen a real life replay, because that's exactly the same thing that happened. And Pembroke now with 4 on the board, and still with 20 overs to go.
And already 2 dreaded extras.
Yep. Well, 4 extras, because they took the singles as well. To concede 4 runs before you've even bowled a ball might be considered a little bit careless.
And we were talking about the drop-off from the 2s game to the 5s game and extras there. And immediately we see it happening.
Well, a little bit of applause for the bowler. He gets one down there.
Meanwhile, we've had a steady rotation of folks in the nets today, taking advantage of this weather.
Yeah.
We saw Gordon having a long bat.
And Jack and Tim Tector also spent a lot of time in the nets this morning. So good to see from these players. Is that G2 in there now? And he's given it. Well, a big appeal, and it sends the batsman on his way. And the first breakthrough for North Kildare. And what an eventful over this is. 2 no balls at the start, 4 runs on the board before there was even a legitimate delivery. And now with the second ball of the over, a wicket. The umpire giving it out. Let you be the judge of this one. What do you think, Sid?
Left arm over to the lefty and hits him pretty full. The leg stump still showing that seemed pretty out.
Yep.
And it just had that enough shape to hold its line, probably.
Well, that was a good delivery. And he is right in front. There's no doubt about that. He tried to work it around to the leg side, but not making contact with the ball. And as a result, the umpire had little doubt that that was out, and out it was. 4 for 1 then, with 2 deliveries on the board.
And this one, pitching on the full as well.
Yeah.
Like the first 2 no balls, maybe getting his length right. Aditya Annadatta comes in. And this would really raise the spirits for North Kildare. Wicket in the first over.
Yeah, always nice in a T20. You're looking to take 3 in the power play. Another full toss. No ball signalled.
And that's a 3rd no ball in this over. There might be a little bit of a chat. The umpires.
Well, the
Probably
umpire
speaking
is having a word now with the captain. And I don't know, that is a warning. Now, my understanding of the rule is the first one is a warning and the second one is you're off.
Yep. And he guided that right into first slip's hand. But that was nearly on his head, just around chest high.
The batsman, I think, had his heart in his mouth for a second there. When the ball went straight to first slip, you have to make sure that no ball call was there, and he did. And it was. So a 3rd no ball in the over, and all have been for Beamers in effect.
Yeah.
This one goes down the leg side, but I think the umpire judged that it was close enough to the batsman not to be counted as a wide. Also, how many extras do you want to give him 1 over?
True that. And maybe giving the bowler the slight benefit. Doesn't want him bowling another beamer in this over.
It's not full on one day wides at this level.
I don't think so, but you never know how the umpires are interpreting it. That one hit in the air. Cry of catch it again. Unsurprisingly, everything in the air is going to be called a catch by North Kildare at this stage. The excitement is high. They have picked up a wicket in this over. Still only 4 balls gone.
And it feels like 3 overs have been bowled. Only 4 balls in.
And sure, that one hit the bat or the gloves and was high.
And there's plenty of vacant spaces across the field. Pembroke would like to just turn strike around.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just get the scoreboard ticking, get it moving, and don't lose any more wickets. That would be the ideal situation from a Pembroke point of view. He is getting that one to angle back in. There you go. That's just an easy single.
And sharp running, like no hesitation, calling quickly.
7 for 1 then off the first over. And what a strange 7 it was. First 2 balls, 3 no balls in that, bringing forth 5 runs, 2 off the bat for 7. But that 1 wicket to fall with that 1 ball he got exactly right. Full toss onto the pads, and here it is here. And I don't think anybody out there who understands the laws of cricket would say that that was not out. The umpire certainly didn't say it was not out, and that sent the batsman on his way.
Yeah, everyone barring the batter, knowing fully well the laws of cricket, would have said going down leg.
Nicely played into. It's like catching practice, that was. If you got that on a nets night, you'd go, oh yeah, that was handy enough.
Yep. And Joshi coming in from the nursery end, Craig. Right?
Indeed, yep, absolutely spot on. Although naming rights are available for sale. If Google or eBay fancy the eBay end and the chat GPT end, I'm more than willing to spend the rest of the summer calling it that for a financial consideration towards the groundworks here at Pembroke.
We need to add AI in there. That's a new thing.
Yeah, that's nicely played. It's cramping him up, and he just played it away on the leg side, and he is going to take on the fielder. The fielder slow to pick it up, and they get home for 2, and a handy 2. 2.
And These batters generally run with a fair bit of intent. Saw some good work in the field from Pranay on the boundary. Aditya coming through with that direct hit and getting the run out.
It was a nice run out, wasn't it?
Yep. Second direct hit in the game for them. This one leading to a run out. And that's called a no ball.
It seemed to be called a no ball from square leg.
Yep.
Is there any
Outside.
And there might be
3 outside the circle? One here
Yeah.
at long leg, one here at third man,
What's the world coming to?
and the man in front of the clubhouse is also outside the ring. So there's some debate now going on.
And here I was thinking we don't have power plays at this level.
I didn't think we did.
Or was it too many fielders out? Did they have 4 inside?
Perhaps they have rescinded that decision and realised that the ring was here from the seconds game earlier, the Tulane Cup game. Oh, great effort by the fielder behind point. One-handed left-hand dive, and it wasn't a full length dive, which probably would have helped him.
Yeah.
It was a half dive, and those sometimes are even more awkward. But great effort by the fielder, and North Kildare again will be encouraged by this. It was wide and carved away.
Definitely stops the boundary as well, along with that catch attempt. Not a lot of fielders at this level that would have gotten a hand on it. Great effort.
When till Monday you see the sixes, then you'll see players who can't reach it, that's for sure.
Well, the Sixers have a new influx of youth coming in. They'll be chasing around, carrying the team.
They have an influx of experience coming in, that's for sure.
They've always had experience.
That's another nice shot and another chance just at the feet of the fielder. He managed to take some of the pace off the ball and keeps it to a single as a result. Well, there's lots happening anyway, Sid.
Yeah.
The fifths don't really make it easy for themselves. But then again, neither do the fourths, and we saw last night that the firsts didn't.
Yep.
The seconds, they managed their win quite comfortably.
Yep.
But no, the fourths have been the cardiac kids so far. Every game they played at home has been a close finish.
Yep. And the youths taking them through on a bunch of occasions.
Yep. Yep.
Stunning performance.
Viran has been a fine player for them. He's in this team today. Well, he was on the seconds team today.
Yeah, he was on the seconds again.
He's being rewarded for some really good performances with bat and ball.
Overall, great temperament. Knows how to manage the game. And meanwhile, we're into injury time in the UCL final. And that's a big booming drive. Gets an edge. Down to third man.
If you're going to flash hard.
And no harm for that with this nice new hard ball. No slip in.
Yep. Take your chances. And that's certainly what Pembroke have done. So after 2 overs, 12 on the board. And that is almost exactly the run rate they require. 106 still required. 18 overs to go. But what an eventful 2 overs we've had so far.
Yep.
If we keep going at this rate. My goodness.
And taking calls for how many beamers in this over?
Well,
He'll be on tenterhooks.
I'm going to say 1 because
Yeah.
he's had his warning. I'm surprised he's still on at the moment. Now, the umpires have also obviously judged as well that although they were above waist height, they weren't much over waist height. They weren't causing any danger to the bowler, to the batsman. And perhaps that's why he's managed to get away with so many so far. 3 in the first over.
And
there's
again,
another one.
and not called a no ball, maybe dipped just at the point of impact.
I think, yeah. He's got away with that one, and it nearly brought...
And a little bit of chatter there.
Yeah, I think all the players are asking, the batsman asking if it was a no ball, and the fielding side saying, no, it was dipping. So difference of opinion perhaps by the players, but absolutely agreement between the two umpires.
That one down leg, collected cleanly.
That's that actress and bishop stuff, isn't it? He's certainly looking for a full length.
Yep.
Left arm over.
This time gets his length and line pretty much spot on. Deep into injury time with the Champions League final, probably extra time. Appeal again. This one probably drifting down leg. And we'll get a replay soon enough.
It may have actually pitched outside leg, judging by how quickly the umpire turned it down.
Full toss and chipped over the mid-on fielder who offers chase. Easy too.
Well, he was fortunate to get away with that shot. That was in the air far too long. You should put the hat on first before the headphones. And I could tell the sun was changing because Niall starts dropping the front of the gazebo. Just nicely dropped down to third. 15 onto the board. 3 off that over. Much better over from Candywall. You're at that stage of the evening now where the sun dropping not only causes difficulty for us here in the commentary booth, but also for the players who have to face any balls that go down towards Conn's Nook or even the Wilfield Road gate. When those are thrown back in, they can, in fact, come out of the sun and be very awkward to take. Well, 3 overs gone, 15 on the board, 1 wicket down, 103 still required. They need a run, a ball, plus a run.
And these batters might just be looking to play out till the 5th over, get themselves in. They can both go through the gears if needed. Effort ball there.
Really pushed that one through, didn't he?
Yeah. Seemed a lot nippier than the rest of the balls we've seen today. Meanwhile, we still need to confirm if Kunal got his hat-trick across 2 overs. Didn't get his fifer. This time, just flicks off his pads. Quick call, and they scamper through for 1.
Umpire does signal it as a leg bye. I like the way the umpires put their hand out. I do the same myself when I'm umpiring. Put the hand out and then you know a signal is coming.
Your visual cue to remind yourself as much as anyone else. Yeah,
yeah, as an umpire, because the amounts of stuff that could be happening on a pitch. And then it's, why is my hand like, oh yeah, that was a... And you can understand that. That's a lovely shot.
Lovely drive there by Aditya. Right through the cover fielders. Gets a 4. All along the ground. Safe shot.
Venkata, you can tell the difference between the 2 batsmen. Often you find it difficult because they're both wearing helmets, both wearing the same uniform and everything else. But here we have one batsman wearing white pads.
Yep.
It's not like he's ever going to play in whites again. Just go and get a tin of spray paint and paint them black.
Yep.
Says the bad now for the Silver Foxes.
Yeah, but he's not playing for the Silver Foxes.
I think he's training for them.
I have covers for my pads.
Oh, those clads that you get now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of those who still plays with the white pads. Adds a bit of character. Till I get a new set of the Moonwalker lightweight pads in the black color.
Well, when I'm playing for the Silver Foxes, I tend to wear keeper's pads. Oh, big shot aimed at that one. And now the batsman complaining that the non-striker's not calling.
Yeah.
Well, got to know where the ball is first.
And it was there for the shot. He probably just went too soon on it.
And my view on that is if there's no call, the call is no.
Yep.
Trying to flick that one down the leg side. He's firing these in with good pace.
Yep.
And he's going full of length.
And the keeper does a good job of getting his hand on it. They've got...
You always imagine keepers sort of, the first thing they want to know is who are the bowlers? How busy am I going to be throwing myself around? This one a bit shorter, played nicely away, but fielded it straight there. And 4 overs gone, 20 on the board. And I think that's grand. They're going along very nicely, and that over contained that beautiful 4 through extra. So, Sid, who are the batsmen you're expecting to contribute mostly here on the fifths? This would have been your team, of course, but I do have to say Jeet is doing a fine job as your stand-in. Did you pick him, or did he come to you and say, I'll do that for you?
Oh, it was a bit of both, and Jeet is one of, like, the most experienced players for the fives. He's been playing really well, always pulls his weight on the field, gives us 110%.
You sound like a football manager.
Yeah.
110%.
He does. And we know how much effort matters in the divisions we play in.
Yeah.
The skill levels don't matter as much on occasion.
Absolutely right.
And the fives have a relatively new lineup. Pranay coming back from an injury, Aditya coming back from an injury. Both of them have played pretty well so far. Hopefully, they'll spend some time in the middle. Shravant has gotten a 50 already.
It was good to see Bhushan out for the twos earlier on.
Absolutely.
He's proved himself time and time again with the bat. Unconventional at times.
Yep.
And, well, he got out today trying to play a ramp to a ball that was just crashed into middle. But more often than not, it comes off for him. And that's the way he plays. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to change a thing. But great to see him getting recognition and going up through the ranks.
Yep.
Playing for the twos today in their win in the first of our doubleheader.
And Bhushan just one of those players that when he's in full flow, so good to watch. When the flick shot comes off for him,
Yep.
you understand what cricket pundits mean when they say he had an additional minute to play that.
Yes, he does seem to have time, and that's
Yeah.
always the sign. And you see it the same with Tim Tector, Jack, Harry, well, the Tectors, Lorcan Tucker,
Yeah.
another one. Danny Hogan is another one who has more time. And this is why these guys are playing first-team cricket. And I don't have any time, and that's why I'm playing 16 cricket.
For us, it's a mad scramble to make sure we connect with the ball and then see where it goes.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Pembroke, some sharp running with intent, taking a moment to catch their breath.
Well,
3 singles of the first 3 balls.
target now under 3 figures. That's a nice shot down the ground, a flick of the bat. It was more a wristy shot there on that occasion. And Kata, it was playing that shot. I'd say some of the lads actually have a good laugh at the pronunciations I give their names. I really do just take a run at it and see what comes out the far end.
No, they just appreciate the commentary regardless. Share it with friends and family, make cuts of it on WhatsApp groups. Feels a lot more professional than what we actually play.
And it's great that you can have that contact with home again.
Yep.
And know that people are, whether it be friends or family or whatever, 5.5 hours, it's getting late now, but it's Saturday night. Why not sit in and watch your mate playing cricket in Ireland?
My brother texted me midway through asking if the rain had stopped during the twos game.
Well, there you go. You see, isn't it great? I think
always feels great.
Absolutely fabulous. And you should send me your brother's number and I'll let him know when the games are on.
Absolutely, will do.
And if anybody else wants to send me through their number, I do send out notifications of each and every game. Nothing else. It goes out on WhatsApp, but it's an absolutely silent group except for links to our coverage. So if you would like to be notified, you can either use YouTube's Notify Me button, or You can ask me, and I will send you through whichever games you have an interest in. 24 for 1 then after 5 overs. That was a good over.
And seems like the first change. First signs of spin for North Kildare 5. Where Laker setting his field.
These are my sons-in-law. And I'm going to have to go and say goodbye to them. And I will see you in a minute, Sid.
See you, Craig.
No, I was just looking at the football. Still 1-1, yeah?
Yeah. Gets through him, keeps low. Cuts that, gets it in the gap, guides it for 4. Well played that by Aditya.
No, you sit down. Come in, come in. This is Laura. Yes. 3 different cameras. He's flicking between the 3 in real. This is what's going out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anytime.
On that screen, you can see we've got 12 devices connected to us now. So it's not the biggest Champions League on the top. That's how I knew it was still 1-1. So there's a camera at each end, just facing down the pitch. This one's the one at the far end now.
Call through.
3 hours or whatever. Talk. Sometimes we talk about
By is there. Changes strike. After the cracking boundary through the covers. Brings Pranay Srivastav back on strike.
Is what's on that screen. The bottom left is he's got one button. If we press that button, it switches between those 2. But he can bring in the third camera.
Leaves that alone. Well left.
When something happens, as soon as it happens,
Decent length. Gets a bit of bounce.
and that sort of starts recording the replay. So show the replay at half speed.
Shot again. Well fielded that.
Which camera you want to read.
Shortish point there. Does a good job to plug that gap off.
To show that yes, he bowled it here, you can see him bowling.
Was quite short. Played it well, Pranay. All along the ground, off the practice pitches. Good running yet again. No hesitation.
The Randy Beach team down the hill came over on tour, and they had a game.
And there's the replay. Batter probably in safe. Short ball. Slightly aerial. Gets huge turn. The fielder does a good job to account for the turn. Grabs it with his left hand. Aditya runs through. Safely gets in. And probably the keeper didn't collect the ball cleanly. Just dropped the bails off. Good umpiring that. Get some sharp bounce there. This bowler is getting some decent pace.
This morning I was down here really early. I said I'm going to have a go at setting everything. So after plugging out some things, I wasn't too far off. So that's the setup. So when you're down in Australia and saying, oh, we're watching.
Firmly driven that. Good shot. Good bit of covering by the mid-off fielder. Moves to his left. Keeps it down to 1.
But as the sun's coming down, it shines right into us. So we can't see anything. So then
Brings Aditya Annadatta back on strike. Goes aerial, 2 fielders in, and he's gone there. Taken safely. Aditya tries to hit it big. Gets a bit of the leading edge. His leg and head were already looking in the other direction. Gets a top edge. Safely taken by the fielder there. He really wanted to hit that to the fence in the wall.
Doing a great job. Let's say we tune in.
Gets the outer edge of the bat. Pembroke now.
You've got people all over the world tuning in.
31 for 2.
I don't know where Albania is. I couldn't even point it out to you on a map, to be honest with you.
And
The depths of
Even
YouTube.
today, there was somebody from Hong Kong and somebody from Canada.
Yeah.
They just get onto the live chat on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
So, you know,
Just
like
like
you
cricket.
do.
and at the drop of Aditya's wicket,
The guy watching Bordeaux last
Where do you see
Aryan comes in.
I either bring them up my phone-
Decent partnership there between Aditya and Pranay.
Oh, yeah.
31 for 2 now. They'd hope Pranay and Aryan can add on a few more runs now.
Especially if I'm here by myself.
Inside edge.
If you want to chat.
Not onto the stumps.
So, yeah.
Aryan gets off the mark.
I gotta start linking in now. That's 31.
I haven't been recorded.
There's the game.
So, with the YouTube channel, like we over 1,500 subscribers now.
I remember at one stage, like, we were.
I was looking for 1,000.
Yeah, well, you were
And that's something where Aryan was a
Yeah.
bit nonchalant while walking in. Thankfully, was back in the crease. Pranay back on strike. Again, some sharp bounce. This bowler is getting some good pace, some decent bounce. Already has a wicket in this over.
Willing to
Exactly, yeah.
find out what's happening in Pembroke.
Because it's easy to get thousands of followers when they're not.
Yeah.
It's numbers.
I like the numbers, but I want them to be real numbers.
Legit numbers.
You know, not contacting some bot farm.
And that's probably bat hitting the ground. Big appeal. Umpire run moved. Ends with a dot ball. Trade over that. Just 2 runs conceded, 1 wicket taken. At the end of 7, Pembroke 5, 32 for 2. Going at 4.57. And there's the replay for that potential appeal.
It's been 2,800 hours
Daylight between bat and ball.
and 15 pounds.
Bat hitting the ground.
You know, it's building.
About 4,000. Yeah. Lower into town.
So as I say, 1,500 subscribers now, and then as I say, I like seeing geography for the last
Of where
28
you're gonna watch
days.
us.
So Greece, Germany, somebody in Germany watching us, Canada, that was today, Australia.
And we have Aryan on strike against Laker.
It's going to be on TV today. YouTube, get onto YouTube. Sid was saying his brother just sent him a text message saying, "Has it stopped raining there yet?" Because he wants to go back online and watch it. Yeah. So, you know, I do spend too much.
Just erring on the wide line.
doing this, but it is only 5 months.
Shot again.
And has anyone ever reached out to you for like?
I've done them international,
Oh yeah.
and I've done a few playing gigs.
What is it if you had
Hit to the fielder, but crossover for 1.
I'm now thinking of let's
commission in?
now. And the star says even with 1,500 subscribers, if you put ads in,
Yeah.
the amount of money you're getting back.
Yeah,
for the ads,
it's
yeah,
yeah.
you know, you can get a check for 3 cents a month.
Think about it off the overthrow.
Yeah, true.
Toss back.
But
Goes past the keeper.
I've advertised.
Yeah.
You know,
No run there.
If you've got a company, no, this is what Roger said the other night, but if you've got a company and you've got a tax bill coming in, you can either pay the taxman that money, or you can give us that money and write it off against your tax, and you're sponsoring a club. Which,
Very full.
so
And Pranay plays that
I encourage saying
half flick, half sweep
the names of the ends, because we have
very safely all along the ground. Gets 4 for it.
all the nursery ends. And I like to call
And the
those
ball's gone in a flash to the boundary.
if you were willing to play, if you were willing
Pranay moves on to 17 of 28.
so
A little bit of a brain trust meeting happening
That's good.
Our summer.
for the North Kildare Fives.
Yeah.
Happy out there.
It's a nice little perch actually. This
Well, this is
Couple
the
of beers.
coldest
Kick
part
back
of
to
the
the
round.
yeah, goes in your eyes.
So you get sun in your eyes, and because you're under this the whole time, you never get any sunlight, so you don't feel the heat of the sun. So whenever
Full again, well driven, past the fielder and gets another boundary there, Pranay. So two back-to-back boundaries. Some excellent batting. Risk-free boundary shots. This one again, through the covers, kept it along the ground. Little bit aerial, just bounces right in front of that whitish cover fielder. Hits the cover boundary in a flash. Pranay moves into his 20s. Pembroke 41 for 2. Last ball of the 8th over. And this time, hits it straight, lofted shot to long off. Crosses over for a single. End of 8 overs, Pembroke 42 for 2. Going at 5.25. They need about 76 in the next 12 overs at a required rate of 6.33.
Yeah, the order is probably in the gas, to be fair.
See you on Tuesday.
Tuesday, look forward to it.
See you guys.
Big man.
I do. It's too long. I'm trying to trim it. Alright. Yeah, you can have voice. I don't want it. That's the problem. I don't want it.
We'll see you Tuesday.
And Devarajan, who's been bowling well. Well played. That gets on top of the bounce. Well fielded too. And tries the cheeky throw, but they cross over, staying sharp to that single. Good bit of work there from the backward point fielder. Has a quick throw at the stumps. No one backing up. They cross over really quick for a single.
You'll take that out of context.
See you guys. Nice to meet you.
Again, it's that bounce. And have to remember, just 4 overs per bowler. Can afford to just play the singles for some bowlers, maybe attack a few others. And goes for the big hoik. And it's taken. First slip running back. It's that bounce that does Aryan in. Probably wanted to hit that a little squarer. Was a little late on it. There's the replay. Gets the top edge. Slip runs back. Stays side on. And a little bit of a hop and takes it safely. Very well taken that. Might have had the sun on into the corner of his eye. Well taken. And that's 3 down for Pembroke. That brings in Shavant Reddy. Played an excellent knock against Marion. The last T20 scored a 50. Was the biggest contributor for Pembroke Fives. And Devarajan now. 7 runs conceded, 2 wickets taken, 2.3 overs in, and we welcome Craig back.
What's happened?
Some stunning fielding.
Oh, there must have been. My goodness, 43 for 3. And Pembroke, well, they're making this a little difficult for themselves. But then again, the first did, and then in came Dan Murray. After Tim Tector and Danny Hogan's knocks really had broken the back of the chase, but it took Dan Murray at the end just to finish it off. But yes, yeah, my son-in-laws, or my prospective son-in-law and my actual son-in-law, both down this evening. They seemed quite impressed with our work.
Yeah, and a great day to be down at the cricket as well.
Now, they wouldn't know very much about it, but I think having seen the sun, seen the bar,
Yeah.
said, well, if the cricket comes with this, that's not a bad deal. They certainly said they could see why I'd spend so much time down here.
Social cricket, maybe.
Yeah, that's what the Silver Foxes are there for. 44 for 3. So some good catching, was there?
Yes, pretty good catching. And North Kildare has been fairly good so far. With the catching, at least.
That's nicely pushed down the ground.
And Pranay looks like he has his eye in. He'd want to go deep. Just anchor this innings potentially.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's all about taking it deep, not letting the run rate required get too big. That must be... Oh,
That was Aryan, and that is on the half turn.
oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. He's a fine prospect, Arian.
Yeah. And again, this bowler has been getting some decent bounce. Like,
Change of bowling now at the nursery end as Shetty comes on.
another spin bowler to replace the spinner who was previously bowling from that end.
We've seen more and more spin in T20s now. And the fast bowlers are all very well, but by golly, they disappear to the boundary quickly. Whereas the spinners...
Make the batters do the work.
Leg spin, called a no ball, and put away through extra for 4.
Excellent shot that by Pranay yet again.
That was very nice indeed.
Seems to be seeing the ball well. Moves on to 28. And transfers his weight a fair bit. The umpire calls no ball fairly early.
And it was well wide of the stumps as well. Gave him too much width, too short. He'll be looking to get to this one. Well.
And a little too short again. And they have a chance for 2, but the
first one...
Shravanth not interested.
Yeah, if you don't run the first one hard, it makes the second one very, very difficult. 50 up for Pembroke. It's the 9th over. The target they're looking for isn't too enormous. Under a run of ball at the start. And at the moment, well, they're not too far off that.
They stayed just around the asking rate. 6.18 needed per over. And Shravanth eyeing that boundary against spin already.
Well, that was nicely done. What I liked about that was how he waited for that delivery. There was no rush into it or, big one to hit. He waited and he placed it where he wanted it to go. And that was the boundary and 4 runs. Fine shot, this.
Really waited on pivoting onto that. And you can see that moment of setting himself up, waiting for the ball to arrive, and then turning it exactly where he wanted it to go.
Sometimes you see that, and it's hesitation. But that was quite deliberate in waiting for the ball. He already knew. Shot was selected already, and then he just waited for the ball to be where he wanted it to be.
There was a hilarious village cricket reel on it, where a very similar ball. The batter turns around and hits the keeper.
The keeper has turned around and hits the keeper in his posterior.
Yeah,
that one's done the rounds. I'm still waiting for our first viral moment here on Pembroke Cricket Live. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 that we could show.
And shot again.
Again. This time there is a fielder in place. I think the bowler may have asked him to go there. It's a strange place he's fielding, though, because he's not on the boundary, but he's not saving a single, that's for sure. Now with the right-hander, he comes back into the circle, if there were a circle.
Shot again, cuts it well, all along the ground. And that fielder, yet again, Craig, what you were saying, not on the boundary, not in the 30-yard circle. Easy one to be had there.
Oh, no. Just go
and Shravanth generally likes getting a boundary soon.
Thank you. I gotta go collect ball.
Okay.
See y'all later.
And that is hoiked into the grounds there, past the wall.
Thank you
Gets
very
a
much.
big 6.
And see you soon.
Long hop gets the treatment that it deserves. Shravant hangs back, is ready for it, waits again, and then
This time he
stays
quite
low.
deliberately got underneath it.
Yeah.
He wanted to lift it. He was looking for a maximum. I don't know if he was looking for the gardens, but he found them quite comfortably. And 6 runs takes Pembroke on to 63 for 3.
We
and
know
only 55 required now.
And we know Shravant's long weekend plans are sorted, watching replays of that shot and showing probably his family
And the
multiple
clip.
times and clipping it. Back on strike. And pulls
no
it again
ball.
and 4 more. That fielder moved a bit squarer.
Well, he shouldn't have done. It was a no ball. And this is now proving to be quite an expensive over for Shetty.
Extremely expensive. Started with a boundary of a no ball. 2 more boundaries, 1-6. They've really raced along in this over. 68 for 3.
23 off the over thus far.
And 1 to go. And this was a no ball too.
Yes.
And the extras coming to...
And if it's front foot no ball, then you have to say that that's carelessness on behalf of the bowler.
Yeah.
Why not just take a foot back?
And 6 again. Lovely hitting that by Shravant. That ball's gone for sure.
That ain't coming back. And
Full toss. That would have been a 6 in most grounds. Hits it cleanly, stays low. Really powers that, but also you can hear it getting middled. And that's a 30-plus run over for Pembroke. They race on to 74 for 3 at the end of 10 overs. Shetty here. 1 over bowled. Many runs conceded. 1 ball lost by the looks and sounds of it. We have someone looking into the fences to try and procure that ball. And Shravant has raced off to 22 of 7. Meanwhile, Pranay doing an excellent job as the opener, 30 of 35. Pembroke now need under 50. They need 44 in 10 overs at 4.4, 7 wickets in hand.
do you know today's number?
Some very good power hitting in that over from Pembroke and bowling that backed that up.
Wasn't that the last game? Yeah, that.
Yeah, no, that's not one of this fun. I don't know.
And another bowling change by the looks of it from the St. John's end, or is it Devarajan to bowl out?
3-8-2-5.
Well, they're setting the field there at the moment, and we'll wait until the end of this over, but I'm going to bring up the Manhattan. It would be an apt time to do it. 73 for 3 at the halfway mark. Pembroke only require another 44, but with 7 wickets in hand and 10 overs in which to do them. This one goes down the leg side.
Pranay wanted to pull a leaf out of Shravant's book. Wants that fine leg, long leg boundary. Seems vacant enough. Tossed up, and that's 6 more.
Well,
Full
they're
toss.
running out of cricket balls.
And
at
that's
this
another
stage.
one gone. And you
That's-
can see the crowds gathering behind the walls.
There is somebody in that garden. I hope it's not somebody from Pembroke. But that's the 3rd one into the gardens, and this one got what it deserved. It was just tossed up too high. He's looking to go full, but
Lots of flight.
wee is exactly the right noise to make now.
And no dip.
Gone beautifully. Well, while they're sorting out the ball, let's have a look at that Manhattan. Although the Manhattan's also going to show that 6 in there somewhere. But look at that 1 over. It has completely destroyed the rest of the graph.
Yep. It's nearly 1/4 of the total.
Well, well, well. And let's see what it did to the worm as well, because that will be a big jump. Oh, my goodness. You don't often see that on a worm. Well, there you go. Those are the graphics we have. But they do demonstrate just how big an over that was for Pembroke. 80 for 3 now off 10, and we were talking about them going along at 5 and over,
Yep.
and suddenly it's 7 3/4.
Yeah.
It's quite an amazing turnaround.
And that's the best bit about your third change, fourth change bowlers. At this level, you'll probably get a few more loose balls than your opening bowlers. You can always capitalize.
Yes, I think that's one of the reasons why I always liked hiding down at number 7. There was a good chance you weren't going to face them. And if you did face the openers, it was when they were coming back and perhaps were a little stiff
Yep.
and sore. It was a good time to bat, I felt. But, each to their own. So it looks like we have another ball for the umpires. The umpires are checking that it's round and it's white and it's not too new.
Oh, pink.
Pink and not too new.
And meanwhile, it's for anyone following the Champions League final, still 1-1. 7 minutes of extra time to go and probably injury time on top of that.
And let's be honest, football injuries are so much more than any other sport.
So extra time or second half?
Extra time.
Second half of extra time? Like, are we 7 minutes away from penalties? That's what we're
Yes.
asking.
Yeah. 7 minutes away from penalties. Yeah.
There we go. Well, it's round, and we found a better one, and it's a pinker one. It certainly looked pinker from here with the sun shining on
Yep.
it. And what a beautiful evening it's turned out to be. We had our first rain delay. Well, I had my first rain delay of the season today. That's second's game, but still.
Yeah.
We only lost an overs play. I think I'm still doing quite well. And the bowler now with another ball. Another full toss.
Full toss again and wants to hit this
Yes.
back into the fences.
I think not the fences. I think he's looking
Yeah.
dump it into railway
Yeah.
ground.
Possibly gets the
And
under
it's a no
edge.
ball. It was a no ball.
And again, 6, 2 of that no ball, 1 run. So 2 in total.
Left-hander on strike, and so they're bringing a man over to the offside. You'd have thought with the way that this gentleman's bowling at the moment, so that maybe the leg side might be in need of protection.
And good calling that. No need to take a risky single after the kind of overs they've had.
No, not at all. Well, Reddy has moved on to 22. He's only faced 7 deliveries, and he's standing at the non-striker's end now, watching his partner.
Big appeal, probably pitching outside leg, hitting outside leg, going down leg.
But apart from that,
Pitching outside leg, turn the ball, missing the second set of
Yeah.
but hit him on the pads. So ask the umpire the question, why not?
And
That's nicely chopped away. I like that. It shows that he's watching every delivery properly,
yeah,
not just looking for the big hoik. This onslaught by Pembroke in the last over, and indeed in this over, 8 coming from it so far. Nothing like the 29 that came off the previous one. Oh,
and again, high full toss. Shravant hits it right into the side screen. Was that called no ball by the leg umpire?
yes, it is.
And big no ball.
Powered
Nearly
away.
Tennis bats it onto the side screen. 4 more. Shravant in a hurry to go home today, probably.
Well, he's being offered this sort of buffet bowling at the moment.
Yep.
He's
Still got to put them away. He's doing a good job of it.
you do, but he's doing a good job. And what I like is he's waiting for the bad ball.
Yeah.
If there's a good ball, he keeps it out.
Yeah.
And survival. You can't score runs from the pavilion.
Shot. And this time, whacked again. It's probably 6 more or 4 more. 6 more.
Umpire signals 6. And so that is what? Oh, 19 off the over. Oh, it's just way too short.
And again, waiting on it, like you said, Craig. He's not hurrying through that shot.
I wonder why that was a no ball.
The previous one?
No, that one.
That one wasn't. It was the one that he hit to the side screen that was a no ball, and
Yes,
that was a last ball. Yeah.
no ball on height.
Yeah.
Well, still a very good over.
91 for 3. Pembroke just needing under 30 now.
17 coming from that over. And just 3 and over required here. Do you think they'll get them in the last over? I don't think so. North Kildare are going to have to take a wicket somewhere, somehow, in order to slow this scoring rate.
And to make this interesting, the batters might want to race to a personal milestone. I don't think they'd particularly care, but would be nice to have. 27 runs to get, one batter on 37 of 38, the other 30 of 12.
They only need 27, but between them they need 33. So it will have to be a last ball 6 for the second one to also get a half century.
Yeah.
There's the stato in me there.
And no extras, or no balls before that.
Yes.
A little optimistic.
Perhaps one of them might make it there.
Pranay looks more likely right now. He's closer, but the way Pranay has been going.
That's easier. Swivels on that one.
And that should be 4 more.
And will be 4 more.
It is. New bowler greeted with a boundary.
Well, at this stage, the North Kildare skipper's in a bit of difficulty as to who does he call upon.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I would have called the leg spinner back on. He may have conceded 29 in an over, but you need a wicket.
Yeah.
And you're hoping for a miss-hit or mistime shot or just missing one and it going onto the stumps. But I don't think he's going to go for 29 again.
Yeah. And also would hit his confidence a fair bit, so might as well give him another shot. Full toss again.
Toss. Nicely fielded. Left-handed throw back in. It was a patter cake fielding, but he stopped it going any further. Saved 3 runs.
Accounted enough for the spin, put his hand out, stopped it from going beyond him. Good bit of work.
Well, here we are in the 12th over, and Pembroke just short of 3 figures now. Well, he's hit him on the pads again. Brings forth the appeal. Umpire not having much to do with it. In fact, anything.
Optimistic of appeal if there was one. And Shravant hits it high. Oh, and the fielder doesn't go for the catch.
Well, that's the biggest shot for a dot ball I've seen this season. Dot ball from one he smashed out to the pavilion.
Bit of ball watching there, I guess.
I think he was surprised to see a fielder.
Yeah. Big appeal from fine leg here.
Well, that's the spot you want to be judging those ones. Fine leg.
Yep. And no ball, and 6 again.
Well, that does bring up 3 figures. It does bring up 7 runs. And it does mean there's 13 off the over so far and still 2 balls to go. These middle overs are proving very, very expensive for North Kildare. These 2 batsmen now well established and they are enjoying themselves.
And Shravant nearly swinging himself off his feet there, but
Thought he was going on to a stump spot.
yeah, would have been a Sai Sudarshan replay.
And what's the latest in the final?
We move to penalties on the Champions League final.
Penalties again. That will be the 11th final that has seen penalties. Yeah, I have to be honest and say that's just come up on the subtitles on Sid's phone. I didn't know that stat anyway, despite the confidence which I relayed it to you. Well, back to the cricket now. Another ball has been found. I suspect this one might be white.
And this one wasn't called no ball, or the scoreboard yet to be updated.
I think the way it is, it may be that it wasn't given as a no ball. It may have been dipping. He did come forward to it, remember, but he did deal with it very brutally,
Yep.
dumping it into the gardens.
36 of 16, Shravant here.
Oh,
And again. Oh, and hits the keeper on the full. The keeper makes a great job. He is probably out from the Champions League final penalty shootout after that stop.
well,
Putting his body
right
on the line.
ankle bone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be sore. Amish, the keeper, number 1 on his back.
And Shravant trying to go for the overhead smash, taking a leaf out of the roller garros.
Yeah. Well, the team's preparing for penalties in the Champions League final. Could it be that England have a clean sweep of all 3 club competitions in Europe this year? Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, both winning their European finals. England for the football and France for the rugby. Another appeal, one that seemed to thud into the gloves.
And that's the end of the 12th over. Pembroke 104 for 3. Just need 14 now from 8 overs.
Yeah. Well, these two boys, as I say, during this innings, really have put together a fine partnership. And it's been a quick partnership too. Here are the details of it. There you go, look at that. 36 off 18 and 19 off 9. They certainly aren't hanging around, these two. Partnership of 61 from just 21 deliveries. There aren't too many partnerships where the strike rate combined is over 300.
Yep.
This one isn't quite there, but it's not far off either.
Current over rate is also 12 overs per hour.
First hour up, is it? Test match level, but then again they have had to fetch or try and fetch or go and get 4 new balls, and this one's cut away
Well played,
beautifully. That runs down to Collins Nook. The fielder can't get there.
And Pranay moves closer to his 50, 1 shot away from a potential 50. He's played really well, moves on to 46 of 41, and this extra pace from Devarajan helping him.
The scorers forgetting to signal back to our umpires, and they've done so now. He gets the credit for the 4 runs. Oh, do you know what won't be pretty is when we get to the end of the game and we go back through the cards and we look at the North Kildare bowling card.
And Devarajan has been the pick of the bowlers so far.
Yeah, just 13, 2 for 13.
Still getting that bounce.
I mean, the captain's had no choice but to go back to him.
And no one to back him up. Maybe a bowler shot today. Maybe a couple.
Certainly appears that way. Or maybe just a couple of bowlers slightly out of touch or out of rhythm.
Well bowled at a Yorker length delivery. Pranay keeps it out. They go across for a single. And still a throw on the stumps. What you like seeing from North Kildare here is, even though the game seems beyond them at this point, they aren't letting the shoulders drop, having a bit of fun.
Yep. Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it? I mean,
Exactly.
This is our free
On a
time
great
at a
day.
weekend.
Yeah.
And we don't want to spend it. Upset, cross, angry.
Well played that again.
No run, but he won't mind that. I mean, it's not like the required rate's going to leap from 1.2.
And like you said, Craig, what I like about this is even though he's been going at a rate of knots, he's watching the ball and still
keep the good ball out.
Exactly that. And he knows there's enough bad balls on offer to take advantage.
Runs per wicket and per over. are very
And full toss again. This time whacks it. And again, another 4 for Shravant. He's seeing this ball very,
Oh.
very well.
Is he going to leave enough runs for his partner to reach his 50? That's the question now, isn't it?
Yep.
Only 10 required. The game has just burst wide open and run away from North Kildare.
Yep. 0.7 required run rate.
There's less runs required than there are overs to go, let alone balls.
Yorker again. Keeps it out again. Well played that.
more importantly, less runs than wickets.
And,
Yes.
And meanwhile, PSG has scored their first penalty. 13 overs done at Sydney Parade. 113 for 3. Shravant on 40 of 21. Pranesh Srivastava 47 of 43. Been
Well, only one of them can get to a 50.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And it'll be interesting to see how they play this now. Are they just looking to finish out the game?
and seems like a new bowler.
Well, 5 runs required. I think you just... Who fancies a bowl, lads? Who hasn't bowled this season yet?
And something got into the eye of the batter there. Pulls out at the last minute.
Wind.
Just a gust of wind has carried a bit of dirt or something into his eye. He's blinked it out.
Meanwhile, 1-all on penalties after the first penalty taken.
Big swing of the bat at one outside off. Gets through to the keeper.
And some of the Pembroke fives still padded up, waiting for their chance.
Yeah. No, well, let me have
Their
a go.
glory moment.
Let me have a go.
In fact, 3 batters still padded up for Pembroke.
I'd love to be the next man in
Excellent running that. Again,
and come out and just forward defence.
yep. Play out the remaining bit. Time in the middle.
Yep. Just spend some time out in the middle.
Truly taking the game deep. Which is what we probably saw with the twos game when Kilkenny was playing.
Yeah.
Maybe they decided we'll much rather use this as match practice after a certain point when they needed 20 and over. And 7 overs left.
And that's
and
it. That's
that should
enough.
be it.
And neither one of them gets to the 50.
And that's 4 more. And was that called runs or leg buys?
No, it was runs. It was a lovely shot. Delicate glance. Put it past the keeper. And the keeper turned around, looked at it and saw the game just slipping away as the ball headed out to the boundary. Players all shaking hands and shaking hands with the umpires. And our thanks to the umpires for today. And it's been a good day's cricket in Sydney Parade and a successful one for Pembroke.
An excellent innings that. Pembroke taking the win by 7 wickets. Huge partnership between these two batters, Shravant Reddy and Pranay Srivastava, to take Pembroke home.
Well,
Getting
good round of applause from their teammates after an absolutely fabulous and destructive partnership today. I haven't seen batting that destructive in quite a while, and I've been watching the firsts with Danny Hogan and Tim Tector and JJ Garth and Dara Cosgrave all up at the top of the order and all scoring well. And something has happened in the Champions League.
So 2 out of 3 scored by PSG in the penalties. Arsenal to take their 3rd penalty. They missed their 2nd as they're going wide.
So this will bring them back level if they put this in.
Yes, they should. Meanwhile, players cross across.
Well, whilst the Champions League final continues, we'll take you through the co-op cards on this game. Well, first into bat was North Kildare, and they got off to a good start. Oh, my goodness, that is a long name, isn't it?
Yeah.
No wonder it's pushed everything across.
And Caldra there, pick of the bowlers by far. The lower order doing a fair bit of the heavy lifting for
Well,
North
you
Kildare.
see the top score there, Shetty, 24.
And extras 23.
And extras 23, providing the bulk of what was an under par score by North Kildare fives. Arsenal have just scored their third. It's now 2-2 in the penalty shootout. Pembroke fifths bowling. Well, the most successful man today was Kunal Kala, 4 for 16 from 4 overs. That's quite impressive bowling. But the one I like is the one above, Gahale, 2 for 11. And a score, an economy rate of 2.87. Most impressive. And then Jeet, the captain, he picked up a wicket. And Aaron Maleka, he picked up 2 for 30. Well, it's an impressive little card, and they just kept taking wickets. So, in reply, do you want to take us through the Pembroke batting? Pembroke came out and
Suyash probably got a good ball, plum LBW, but Pranay, 48 of 45, excellent innings while opening. Aditya and Pranay had a decent enough partnership. Aditya went 12 for 15. Aryan, again, 2 of 5. Devarajan getting him. And Aditya Annadatta. Shravant Reddy, 44 of 22, going at a 200 strike rate.
amazing.
Absolutely smashing it, losing about 2 or 3 balls during this innings. And taking Pembroke fives home, Pranay Srivastav and Shravant Reddy, all the bowlers. Craig, over to you for North Kildare 5.
Shetty, 1 over for 29. That is the standout figure from a Pembroke point of view, and perhaps a day that Shetty will want to forget. 29 coming off that over, plenty of no balls in there as well. Well, there was a wicket up at the top. It was bright and early. 2 overs, just 10 runs taken, and a wicket for Candwell. And he'll be pleased enough with his work. And his partner, Joshi, 2 overs for just 9 runs. But other than that, well, the lower bowlers, they really took some stick. The partnership at the end, well, that was worth 60, 77, well, over 75,
Yep.
75, I'm going to say. And that really was the tale of the day. We'll have a look at the worm and the over by over. The worm will tell its own story, and it will tell you a story that Pembroke got there quite handily in the end. Look at that. Whoa.
See that big jump for the worm, almost like it had a sudden burst of Red Bull.
Once I got past the opening bowlers, really,
Yep.
there didn't seem to be too much else in the North Kildare arsenal today. Well, that's how the worm looked, and you'll see just how Pembroke took off in those middle overs. There was 4, 5 overs at the end, really making a difference.
And when you get nearly 30 runs in 1 over while chasing 117 in a T20,
A quarter of the runs in 1 over, it really does make a big difference.
really, you're chasing the game pretty much throughout.
But it was an entertaining game, and Sid, thank you very much for your time on the box today, and thanks to Charlie, who was here earlier on.
Thank you,
thank
Craig.
you, our viewers. Most of you now, by this stage, have finished with this game, but thank you very much for joining us. Tomorrow, it's the thirds are playing at home, and then on Monday, it's the Magnificent Six. 11 will be taking to the field. A few old legends coming out onto the paddock on Monday. So we hope you'll join us for one of those games. I will send out notifications, and I hope that you're happy. And in the, well, PSG have won, yes?
Yep.
PSG have won the European Champions League, and Pembroke Fifths have won their cup game today, as did the seconds. What a fine, fine day. Oh, it looks like Monday's going to be full of rain. Oh, that's a shame. And because it's a Monday, you can't even go and have a drink or two. But it'll give me time to finish my Father of the Bride speech. So thank you very much for joining us, from Sid, from Niall, from myself, from Amanda, and from Charlie today. Well, thank you all for joining us at whatever stage you did. We'll see you soon. Good night.
Thank you, folks.